Every Sunday, Pat Sullivan from Sullivan Hardware and Garden provides some great advice for do-it-yourself home improvements. This morning, he talks about laying down mulch.
Okay, it's another freezing morning, a little chilly out here this morning, but that doesn't mean there's not a few things you can do around your house, and mulch is one of them. So I thought I'd come over to neighbor Ted's house, because Ted, he works from home. So he looks outside, and in the spring, he sees more places that need mulch. And unfortunately for Ted, if you look at this tree, Ted's tree here, you can kind of see Ted's kind of gone a little overboard. You really should not put mulch up around higher than the flare of the tree. The tree flares on the bottom. That's where the mulch should stop. You can see Ted's about, I don't know, 2 feet above that. And what happens is the tree starts to root in here, and you'll see all these surface roots, and those can end up girdling around the tree and cause damage to the tree, plus the insects from the moisture because the bark never dries out. But that doesn't stop Ted, because Ted he sees mulch. He sees spring, he sees mulch, and he comes out. So you don't want that much mulch around your tree. Now, the kinds of mulch, mulch has kind of gotten to be a cocktail party subject. You know, everybody wants to outdo each other. You know, when you're a cocktail, Muffy, get more mulch than the Hendersons. What is it about mulch? You should get the amount of mulch that you need. Mulch comes, you can get it in the yard. So in bags, a 2 cubic foot bag, you would need 13.5 bags. There's 27 cubic feet in a yard of mulch. All right, a little math. So you can either use bags or you can get bulk. But if you get bulk, do a little measuring to figure out how much mulch you actually need, so you don't want to end up like Ted here. So this is standard hardwood mulch. And this is what you see most of the times in piles, although they have all kinds. It's a nice mulch. The problem, here's what I don't like about this one, and also this is called triple ground mulch. This is hardwood mulch that they just grind real fine. The problem with those mulches, that are the frustrating part to me, is what, 6, 7, 8 weeks, they start to turn gray. And that beautiful color that you had in the spring now is gone. It's turning gray. That's why I've kind of gone to the dyed mulches. And you can get these in bulk as well. This is a triple ground dyed mulch. That color will last you all year long and really into next year. So it's they use a toxic dye. Kidding. No, it's not a non-toxic dye, but it'll hold the color. It's great. You know, really about 1.5 inch mulch, 1.5 inches is about the thickness. So on this, what you'd want, you get about 18 square feet per bag, 18 square foot. So if you're getting bulk mulch, there's no sense in trying to do better than the neighbor and getting more. Now, another item you need, preen. Preen, because you put the mulch down, you'll get weeds popping up. So this isn't bad, this is a weed preventer. So you don't want to be like Ted, but neighbor Dave over here, now neighbor Dave has a job and he works, and you can kind of see, so you can see the flare of the tree. You can see he's got mulch from last year because neighbor Dave, he's working, so he doesn't have time. So be like neighbor Dave, not like neighbor Ted.
See, I would imagine those guys don't mind having Pat as a neighbor. The only thing is he brings all this stuff to television, but it helps the rest of us, doesn't it?
It does, it does. Yeah, I broke out the trimmer yesterday, and I made the mistake of going out without gloves.
Yes.
You know, wind chill in the teens in the morning. I couldn't feel my fingers when I was done.
Well, that's the thing. I need to cut the grass again, but this isn't the weather for it.
No, you're going to have to wait. Good grass cutting weather in the middle part of the week, though some might argue, is there such a thing as good grass cutting weather?
That's right.